Happy Thursday night and welcome to the Loop at the Armory virtual Singer-Songwriter Showcase. I'm Linda Marks. I bring you a rose. And we have been alive as a singer-songwriter showcase since long ago and far away. Before there was a pandemic, we used to actually perform live at the Armory, but we pivoted to a virtual format when the pandemic hit. And here we are. It's almost 3 years till when the world changed. And I'm very grateful we still have the ability to do a virtual series, because for you watching, you get to watch from the comfort of your own home. And for all of us performing, we get to be at home wherever we live geographically. So I'm going to lead off tonight. I'll be followed by Tom Maynard, who will be followed by Chris Steele.
So, Linda, I cannot hear you. Your audio has dropped out. Just double check your connection.
See everybody here?
There, now I can hear you again.
Okay, did I get lost? Okay, I'm gonna put, was it when I put the microphone in?
Yes, it must have been
Can
when
you
you
hear
put
me
the.
now?
Yes, we can, but you did drop out
Okay,
right after.
I'll start again.
Yep, go
This
right
is
ahead.
Love Always Wins, that I co-wrote with Lisa Jeanette from Philadelphia. Love heals the heart when it's broken and done, stronger than the wind, fire, earth, or sun. It moves our souls, it takes the blame, it holds our wounds, removes our shame. Love rules the world and everyone within. We can never defeat love. Love always wins. Love's deeper than hate. It can tear down walls. Love is the balm. It heals us all. For the broken and scared, when we fear all is lost, love is a force that has no cost. Love rules the world and everyone within. We can never defeat love. Love always wins. Love Always Wins, co-written with Lisa Jeanette from Philadelphia. I'm now going to move to a song that's on my brand new release, Everyday Legends. It came out January 1st of this year. And this is a song I didn't know was going to actually get attention, but it has. So today I went into the recording studio and made a brand new studio video of the song. It's actually a very personal song called Prayer for Peace. And it's a journey of a young adult son and a single mom. And the world is often cold and cruel and hard, even to young ones who are very bright and conscientious. This is Prayer for Peace. There's no comfort in a broken heart, the jagged pieces torn apart. God forsaken, so it seems, so much potential vision dreams. Although I'm one whose faith is strong, the darkest moments last too long. There's a prayer for peace in this broken heart today. When he was young, his life was strong. The question was where he belonged. He worked so hard, he did things right. His brilliant mind, his kindness bright. Best friend made when he was 2. When you lose that bond, there's a hole in you. There's a well of grief in this broken heart today. When I look at his pictures back then, I am touched by the spark in his eyes, the innocent faith of a child, and the goodness he shines with his smile. A rocky road before him lay, neglectful father kept away, bully struck, concussions too, PTSD gets a hold of you. You triumphed with adversity, accomplishments but a deeper grief. Single mom working long and hard, the world's coldness breaks a mother's heart. Years went by, accomplished lots, pandemic struck and it changed the odds. There's no bottom to a net riddled with holes. At this juncture, I'm sending a prayer for him and for my heart as well. May these endless walls crumble somehow. May the angels bring help with this call. There's no comfort in a broken heart, the jagged pieces torn apart. God forsaken, so it seems, so much potential vision dreams. Although I'm one whose faith is strong, the darkest moments last too long. There's a prayer for peace in this broken heart today. There's a prayer for peace in this broken heart today. Ooh, A prayer for peace from my brand new Everyday Legends album. And this is another track off of Everyday Legends that has a really gorgeous arrangement with lots of instruments. It's about the way When we get older, when we hit those big decade birthdays, we often slow down and step back and reflect. And one of my dear friends, actually the person who started the Loop at the Armory, John Balding, I wrote this as a birthday present for him as he hit one of those really big birthdays, windows and doors. A friend of mine, he texted me, in just 2 months, I'm 70. I feel my age, he wrote in truth. My lists are short now, unlike my youth. I'll open windows instead of doors. I've traveled far, I have explored the hills of Spain, the Philippines. Each moment is a part of me, but for now, my goal is just to be. My mind is willing, but my body has slowed down. With age comes quiet, activity makes me drown. A humperman's what's left of me. Live in the moment, a kind of free. Open windows instead of doors. I'll plant my feet on the kitchen floor. How many days are left? I cannot know. Do what I need, let the rest go. It's here and now, just take it slow. With age, they say, comes wisdom, and wisdom's unattached. I've learned change is a constant. Not all your eggs will hatch. Instead of worldly flights, I'm comfortable at home. The sunlight in my window That's Windows and Doors. This next song is my newest song, and it's one I didn't expect to write. It just happened. At the beginning of January, during the Buffalo Bills versus Cincinnati Bengals game, something quite riveting, terrifying, unexpected happened. A 24-year-old safety from the Bills, Damar Hamlin, did what seemed like a routine tackle with T. Higgins. And when he got up, he stood up and then he fell right backwards and collapsed into cardiac arrest. And it's a whole story. He's amazing after going into the ICU, onto a ventilator, in an unconscious state to try to help him survive. He actually survived and made it through and went to Buffalo by airlift, was in that hospital for another 3 days. And within 2 weeks, he was released to the Buffalo Bills to try to rehab at home. But my first thought, having seen footage of him and his mom before the game, and being the mom of a 26-year-old who had 2 really bad concussions playing sports himself, although not quite as bad as what happened to Damar, was what's it like to be his mom? So I wrote this song for his mom, Nina Hamlin, Hope, Love, and Prayers. And it was actually covered in the Patch and put in newspapers all over Massachusetts last weekend. So you just don't know what's going to happen. It's called Hope, Love, and Prayers. On Monday night football, on primetime TV, first quarter Bills and Bengals in Cincinnati. Both teams on the scoreboard score 7-3. A routine seeming tackle transformed what's to be. You came to celebrate, to watch him with pride, not to escort your son on an ambulance ride. How heavy the air in the stadium that night. CPR replaced football. His life was his fight. Our lives changed forever at 8:55. He fell on the field. Was your son still alive? These men give their everything. These teams give their all. But it's not just a game when a young safety falls. You've been close to my heart because I'm a mother too. In the meantime, I'm praying and thinking of you. My heart has compassion for what you're going through. Sending hope, love, and prayers that your son makes it through. The game was suspended. Will it ever be played? As traumatized players just wait day to day. A dream turned to nightmare in the blink of an eye. As both teams of players, they kneeled and they cried, sending hope, love, and prayers that your son makes it through. Sending hope, love, and prayers that your son's home with you. I've been trying to find a way to get the song to Nina Hamlin. Perhaps it would be nice if I could find a way to send her some roses as well. But thank God he did make it through, and he's an amazing young man. And I think life has a lot more in store for him than just football, from what he's indicated. This next song is from Everyday Legends, and it's written in the voices of the children of Vivaldi. It's called Our Children's Prayer. Don't tell me my death proves that I'm brave. Remember Columbine in 1999. 200 plus school shootings since that day. Please don't tell my mom to stop her fears. We shot a hole inside her filled with fear. We numb up our pain. The gun sings a refrain. Buried anger morphs to shrapnel rain. We are your children, your daughters and your sons. Give us protection, don't shoot us with your guns. Our future's in your guiding hand. We want to be here to build a better land. Life on earth is frittering away. Actions must be taken now today. America's become the land where shooting guns is our trademark as we simply think and pray. Many factors brought us to this place. Mental health neglected can erase the safety that's free when there's community. Social media induced violence is its face. We are your children, daughters and your sons. Give us protection, shoot us with your guns. Our future's in your guiding hand. We want to be here to build a better land. We need to carve new pathways of respect. Divided political rhetoric is a wreck. The list of shootings grows. What we reap is what we sow. The data's there, please let's use what we know. Please don't leave me flowers at my grave. Hear my message, let my life be the one you save. Our children's prayer, and I wish to God writing songs to end gun violence stopped it, but unfortunately it keeps on happening. This song, sort of following the vein, is The Road to Hope. It's another one of my brand new songs. I call it a love song for America and a prayer to heal America's broken heart. The Road to Hope. America has a broken heart. Divisive thought has torn her apart. Does it really matter if you're red or blue? If you're blind to who you're talking to? We're all people, brother. Can't you see? It takes building bridges to set us free. The road to hope isn't paved with gold. It's the road we travel to become whole, bringing children, elders, and in between to create a future obscured her goal. Can we share the bounty within our grasp and close the gap in which we are trapped? We're all people, sister. Can't you see? It takes building bridges to set us free. The road to hope isn't paved with gold. It's the road we travel to become whole, bringing children, elders, and in between to create a future of possibility. How did we get lost? Can we find our way? The earth is shedding tears 'cause we've gone astray. Can we plumb the depths to find our common ground? America is lost. It's time that she is found. The road to hope isn't paved with gold. It's a road we travel to become whole, bringing children, elders, and in between to create a future of possibility. It's a long, long road. Let us share the load to create a future of possibility. The Road to Hope. And I just had a news flash go across my screen that David Crosby just died at age 81. So a prayer for David Crosby. Thank you for spending some time with me. I'm going to pass it on to Tom Maynard, who is our next singer-songwriter.
Thank you, Linda. It's a real honor to be here at the Loop. And I'm going to keep my talking down to a minimum and try to get as many songs in as I can. So I'm going to start off with a cover song from my, not a cover song, this is the title song from my 2006 disc, Whispers in the Wind, called Whispers in the Wind. Dark and ancient wood, through the mist and through the mire, at the feet of the secret mountains old, in a clearing burns a fire. Fire consumes all in its reach, tended by their hands unseen. It burns with a crystal and claret light, neath the forest verdant green. Faces in the shadows, whispers in the wind, certain that you've seen them, then they're gone again. Let your vision flicker and fly. The less you see, the more you try. The more you try, they'll pass you by. Whispers in the wind, whispers in the wind. Promise conjured in smoke and flame, wishes whispered in the wind, passions pursued come home again, though it broken in hearts within. eyes of a child may take them in, or so like a child it seems how quickly does desire fade, soon lost found just in dreams. Faces in the shadows, whispers in the wind, certain that you've seen them and they're gone again. Let your vision flicker and fly, the less you see, the more you try. The more you try, the pass you by. Whispers in the wind, whispers in the wind. Forget-me-nots grow wild around. A path leads deep which long we sought, but memory fails to mark the place we pass by without a thought. Faces in the shadows, whispers in the wind, certain that you've seen them and they're gone again. Let your vision flicker and fly, the less you see, the more you try. The more you try, they'll pass you by. Whispers in the wind, whispers in the wind, whispers in the wind. Whispers in the wind. That was based on a novel called Little Big by John Crowley. This next song is a little bit newer. That one was from my 2006 album. This is was written back in during the pandemic. This is called Let's Pretend. Let's pretend that we've just met and we're first feeling that spark. And 40 years haven't quickly flown past. Let's pretend. Let's imagine we've yet to taste kisses, and in the trembling dark we're swept away, our hearts beating fast. Let's pretend, and our hearts unbroken will never need mending, so pure, innocent and free. The miles and the years and the smiles and the tears have not yet come to be, have not yet come to be. Let's pretend that I haven't hurt you in all of those little ways, and you still look at me with your shining eyes. Let's pretend. Let's imagine that all of our choices have added up to say that we live in a world where regrets cause no sighs. Let's pretend, and our hearts unbroken will never need mending, so innocent and free. The miles and the years and the smiles and the tears have not yet come to be, have not yet come to be. What if all the trial and strife, even the innocence lost, have transformed to an even greater love, and we don't have to pretend? No, we don't have to pretend. Let's pretend. So this next song is coming from, again, from my album 2006. It's about the Knox mining disaster. It's called Hole in the Susquehanna. And, well, we'll just dive in, shall we? There's a hole in the Susquehanna, and the water keeps pouring down. 81 men went into the dark, and 12 never have been found. 81 men went into the dark, and 12 never have been found. The Pittston seam was tapped out, but those bastards wanted more. They saw the stop line as ink on a map. Within 6 feet of the river they bore. There's a hole in the Susquehanna, pulling the river through, drowning the Knox and its neighboring mines to remind us that payments due. Drowning the Knox and its neighboring mines to remind us that payments due. Melt off in ice, the river swelled. It was more than the roof could withstand. And warning it groaned and thundering fell. It was a race between water and man. There's a hole in the Susquehanna. It's making a thundering sound. It seems to herald the end of the world, deafening those below ground. It seems to herald the end of the world, deafening those below ground. On the river slope 3, the flood did defy, while 3 others were caught unaware. The maze shaft men waded water chest high, till the cages carried them to the air. There's a hole in the Susquehanna. Nothing seems to fill. Rail cars and stock, hay bales and rock, disappearing as though they're new. Rail cars and stock, hay bales and rock, disappearing as though they're new. million gallons of river's blood through a whirlpool poured untamed. It took 3 days to temper the flood before men its rage overcame. There's a hole in the Susquehanna and the water keeps pouring down. 81 men went into the dark, 12 never have been found. 81 men went into the dark, 12 never have been found. Hole in the Susquehanna. So that happened back in 1959. So just was it 64 years ago, and it shut down mining in the entire area. It was very, very sad, and all because of the greed of the Knox Mine Company owners. This next song is one for my children. This is I call this Father's Song. It was your birthday, and you were just 1 minute old. All that I felt then seemed more than one heart could hold. I looked in your crystal blue eyes. There I saw the infinite skies to the source of all love. I took you and held you. I saw the first breeze in your hair. I breathed deep and smelled you, touched you through your scent on the air. I bent with the weight of my need to be more than I believed I ever could be. It was then that I knew beyond doubt the universe had changed forever, and with it so had I. I was your father. I watch you standing as you're looking out of the door. And only a step lies between now and all that's in store. You have been yearning to fly into that infinite sky. All I can hope for is that I have given enough. All I have taught you, the lessons were grounded in love. I've given you all I can give. Now this is your time to live. It holds so much promise. Be free now. And now beyond shadow of doubt, the universe has changed forever. And with it, so have I. I am your father. That's for my sons. Father's song. This song I sing for my wife. It's called Beautiful When You Smile. I know that you're feeling sad tonight. I know you've had another sleepless night, but I hope that I can still get through and touch your heart like I used to do. Late last night as we sat in bed, your legs beneath you and your book unread, a smile touched your lips like an angel's kiss, and I lay amazed at the grace of this gift. You're so beautiful when you smile. You're so beautiful when you smile. Well, my breath caught as your eyes found mine. Your smile grew slowly and your eyes did shine. You reached for my hand and our fingers entwined, and I fell in love for the 10,000th time. I knew in that moment there must be a way to coax a smile from you day after day. I knew I'd move heaven and earth to see that I might somehow set your smile free. You're so beautiful when you smile. You're so beautiful when you smile. As I gaze in your tear-filled eyes, a smile has taken you quite by surprise. I know our hearts are tied and our joy is one, and your smile can shine even as the tears run. You're so beautiful when you smile. 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 Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah, beautiful when you smile. I don't think I do a performance without you singing that song. And I'm going to finish up here with my last song. This has been a fast half hour. This is a pretty new song. It's a song about hope. It's a song about even when your dreams are perhaps seem impossible, that maybe we should still try for them. This is called Learning to Fly. Actually, it's called Songs of Icarus. Songs of Icarus. Flying high, flying free, a recurring reverie. Every nighttime the same dream. It's just as curious as it seems. Out of reach, out of touch. It's far too clear, it's all too much. Patently impossible. Conclusion inescapable. Still songs of Icarus ignite. They learn a longing for his fabled flight. Uncertain lift from waxy wings. Still I'll raise my voice to sing. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. Oh, note to note, beat to beat. Phrases rise, then fall to meet. Silence, resting, waiting there. As fledgling feathers test the air. Drawn toward the sun, warming to what's just begun, letting go and opening. Is this really happening? Still songs of Icarus inspire a yearning to soar ever higher. Uncertain lift from waxy wings. Still I'll raise my voice to sing. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. Astounding fantasy. Every nighttime the same theme. Up till now it was just a dream. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to So that was learning to that was Songs of Icarus, written when I wanted to write a song about Icarus and decided that there were plenty of songs about Icarus, but there were no other songs that were about songs about Icarus. So so that's it from me. Coming up will be Chris Steele. And just stick around, because then Joanna Katzen comes up after him, and wonderful, wonderful musicians both, and looking forward to listening to them. So take it away, Chris.
Thank you so much, Tom. It was wonderful actually listening to you playing Songs of Icarus. Not that long ago, Linda had arranged a thing where we had done a song exchange, where we had kind of paired up and then handed off our songs to be able to be sung by other people. Tom had sung one of my songs that I'm going to actually be playing for you a little bit later on, but I got to learn how to play Songs of Icarus. So as he was playing here, while I'm here on mute, I'm harmonizing along with him. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, hi, I'm Chris Steele. I'm going to play a bunch of songs for you. I wanted to thank Linda again for putting this together, and for the Loop for hosting us here tonight. I'm going to play mostly originals for you. Some of them are off of an album I put out in 2021 called Alone in a Crowded Place. You can find more about it at the link here. Here's actually the lead song off of that. It's a song called In a Minor Key. There's a woman that I know who ran a little bar in the town where I used to be. She'd seen more in life than anyone could tell, and more than anyone should see. And never pined for a clear day when a rainy one will do, though I know that others disagree. It's much more than simply making more with you. It's making life in a minor key. Living in a minor key is to shape reality, so your will is yours and truly free. So forget all that you heard, get on in and fly the third, and get on living in a minor key. There's a man lives down the street who screams obscenities, but his heart knows love and life and all. They tell you all of his life's fine philosophies, and of every girl he gave a call. You take the first, I'll take the latter. You don't mind, it doesn't matter. A battle trap played out on the marquee. With a twinkle of his eye, he says as 40 years go by, let's make love in a minor key. Living in a minor key is to shape reality, so your will is yours and truly free. So forget all that you heard, get on in and fly the third, and get on living in a minor key. What's the point of living life like the best can never be? Why not go and live your life like every breath's a jubilee? A jubilee, yeah. I hope I find a kid, for surely they must be, to finally listen to wisdom of my plea, to make a life instead as a glorious absentee, and live life in a minor key. Living in a minor key is to shape reality, so your will is yours and truly free. So forget all that you heard, get on in and fly the third, get on living in a minor, living in a minor, loving in a minor key. I do a lot of songs that have a little bit of tongue-in-cheek humor in them. Although this one is kind of skirting that edge between humor and maybe just a little bit, too close to actually what I was feeling at the moment. This is a song that was written probably about a good year into COVID, and it was we were actually driving on our way down to Dedham to do blood donations, and just there was so much that was going on all at the same time. And I turned to Jen, who was in the passenger seat. I mean, you know what? How are you doing? Well, not well. And just within the span of about the half hour of waiting to then donate blood, like half of this song got written. So this is I Am Not Well. This is actually going to be released as a single. It's going to be off the next collection, and goodness knows when that'll happen, but it will happen. Anyway. Well, how are you? You look great today, they say. Okay, well, you look great too. I guess it's hard to say from so far away. But what can you do? Word on the streets, a poison treat to haunt my wounded soul. I must repeat my daily feat of getting through it all. But I'm a mess of deep regret, and fear you'll catch it if you get too near. But for all the things I try to soothe, I'll tell the truth. I am not well, I have fallen down, waiting for the better times to come around. I am not well, I am down a hole. Can't make me sound, can't make me whole. I didn't choose to be this way. I want to heal, but I don't know how. Is there room in your life for me? 'Cause there is space in mine right now. The night is dark, my light is dim. Fear is real and hard to resist. I'm sorry for my mirthless grin. Life's too short to be like this. So listen to my truthless rhyme as I fret and try and pass the time. But for all the things I try to soothe, I'll tell the truth. You know, things should be like this. Gotta miss a simple treat. Walking on and seeing friends along the street. Things should be like this. The warm embrace of kindred hearts. Instead of stumbling on alone in fits and starts. Things should be like this. Things should be like this. How are you? You look tired today, they say. Okay, thanks for that. I guess it's hard to stay bright and shiny all day with where everything's at. I am not well, I have fallen down, waiting for the better times to come around. I am not well, I am down a hole. Can't make me sound, can't make me whole. I am not well, I am not well, I am not well. Can't make me sound, can't make me whole. That one is actually really so much fun to play. I just enjoy that so much. One of the things that we were talking about before we actually came on live here, as we were all virtually backstage, was how much we have really appreciated these chances to be able to do things like this and perform live. and get through to an audience, even if we are able to do, even if we're not in person. I mean, we miss actually seeing everybody, but at the same time, needs must. And we just really appreciate your being here. So this is a little bit of a song that I wrote a while ago about that performer's anxiety about hoping that in fact people are out there. So this is a little song called No One's Coming. There's a room, black as coal, cold as steel, still you lose control. Bring good men to speed the plow, got to fill those seats somehow. With a million eyes inspecting, no one that'll know when you're standing in the limelight. Is there anyone to know? Stock is truth arriving, a reality of woe. No one's coming, no one's coming to the show. Bring an axe with lots of flash, 'cause in this game it's all for cash. Cry your song in this gilded cage, knowing all the world's the true stage. Inspecting, no one that'll know when you're standing in the limelight. Is there anyone below? The stock is truth arriving, a reality of woe. No one's coming, no one's coming to the show. No one's coming, no one's coming. So one of the things that I do, although I do a little bit less of during all of this pandemic and COVID time, is a lot of travel. And actually, the next three songs I'm going to play for you, two of them, the next two actually, are going to be off of that Alone in a Crowded Place album, but all three of the songs actually ended up being from travel. When you travel a lot, you get to just kind of be around all kinds of people that you wouldn't normally see. And I don't know about you, but you overhear little snippets of conversation, and you start to imagine what the lives are of the people that are around you. And it's really just absolutely fascinating. And sometimes they end up being these incredible inspirations for songs. One of the places that I end up spending a lot of time is up north of the border, up in Canada. And if you spend any time flying through Canada, you will get stuck in Toronto Pearson Airport, missing a connection or being stuck by immigration lines that take too long or what have you. So during one of my extended stays at Toronto Pearson, I don't know why, but I just had there was somebody walking along one of the terminals, I guess, and just kind of like started to come up with a picture of his life, and this song came out of that. This is Pulling Nails. I used up all the boxes, I took out all the trash. I'll get the truck in Brampton to save a little cash. I thought I'd have a future, drywall and driving nails. Still I thought otherwise, bad times and falling sales. They say it's so much harder to try and save a stash. Can't even find your fortune digging holes up in the patch. Past times will pass the time, most moments with the hip. Life is a fulsome journey, this here's a sorry trip. It's time to leave the line. I've had enough of losing, and I've seen enough of pain. All plans are worth refusing. While I make amends, won't catch me again, 'cause it's only pulling nails. Stuck on the 401, going nowhere with no one else. I'm frozen here in time, still hope my heart can melt. I've let off my ambitions, I've outsourced my reserve. I've mortgaged all my dreams and the future I had earned. Past is gone, why should I mind? My path moves on, it's time to leave the line. Your absence makes the presence of everything that came before. I know I paid my penance, you were standing at my door. I've seen enough of losing, and I've seen enough of pain. All plans are worth refusing. Oh, I make amends, won't catch me again, 'cause it's only pulling nails. Only pulling nails. I do love playing that song as well, just because I do get to throw a whole bunch of different dynamics at the guitar at the same time here, so always fun. This next song actually was during another... actually, I think this one is probably actually the last flight that I took coming back from Edmonton. Back to the Boston area just as COVID was happening. There was a whole bunch of... I was flying that last week, and it was like March 13th, 2020 or something like that. And we knew things were just wrong. We knew things that were very, very different. Places had completely kind of emptied out. And yet at the same time, there were just moments of quiet that were like none that we'd experienced before, walking through airports and nobody there. Planes that were, thankfully, as I think about it at the time, but almost empty. So flying back from Edmonton to Toronto and then back to Boston, I was staring out the plane window. I almost never take window seats. I'm usually on the aisle. But in this case, I was in a window seat and just staring out the window. I was just contemplating life, and also just had this little bit of a daydream about being back where I grew up in the greater New York area. But you still had places where you could escape and be in the middle of nature. And like this whole song kind of like came together, the melody, and by the time I got home, all the chords were formed, and it was just very, very much a matter of writing it down. Now it evolved a little bit in the weeks coming, but this is where it came. This is actually the song that of mine that Tom played, and it's a very dear song to me. This is called Clouds. Time flows in rivers, it frees as it flows. Then soon comes to the floor, and all is forgiven beyond all we know. By the time we walk through the door, there once was a dream that I had by a stream, where the stream was calling my name. Too much to believe, than to think all we've seen can never quite be the same. Can you see like me that whatever will be, will be, and that's all there is. Clouds are all that I see. As children we know all that's true can be shown. Regardless, our dreams are what's true. So staring at clouds, we can still find somehow what's true for me and for you. Remember the times when I needed a friend, over and over and over again. So I look at the clouds and a sky full of blue. I mull it all over and hope that it's true. That is, everyone seems to float through the day. Time moves along and goes drifting away when the distance is great, but the love's still so strong. Don't be afraid, 'cause it won't be so long, not so long. Can you see like me that whatever will be, will be, and that's all there is. And clouds are all that I see. Time flows like rivers, shapes as it flows, threads as it falls to the floor, and all is forgiven beyond all we know. by the time we walk through the door. Got one more that I'm going to play here for you before I hand you over to Joanna. I'm just going to take a moment to just tune up here. I'm just noticing I'm a little bit sharp down here. This is another one of those songs that actually, this is a travel song and a story song. And again, it's actually an Edmonton song as I think about it. And if anybody of my friends are watching from Edmonton, you know, good day. One of the best places to just observe people is in hotels. Both in airports, but definitely in hotels, particularly in hotel bars. Just you see people in transit, and you see people as they're moving through their lives. Sometimes it's just like an everyday kind of a thing, business people or construction people who are doing whatever. And then you see people that are at kind of a pivot point in their life. And I'm not saying that this actual story happened. This is just basically a bunch of words that just kind of came to me as I was overhearing little snippets of conversation and actually TV advertisements from the middle of a couple of periods of a hockey game. But this is another one of those songs that just basically, I think it tells a wonderful little bit of a story. This is All's Well That Ends. Don't know how I'm 40 hours awake. Don't care why my bed's half a world away. She tells me with a voice like Vaseline. Head on the bar, drinking Irish cream. Maybe it's not my bed no more, I don't know. But it's nice of you to listen as to why I had to go. But I never asked a question or even said my name. Just sat there in silence, a friend all the same. But she said, all's well that ends. The simple truth for lovers and for friends. And I may lie to you and say we'll meet again, but all's well that ends. Well, shot glass after shot, bottle after next. Never quite gone, but never breaking for a rest. She tells me of a story and how she left that place, how she ghosted from her life and left without a trace. Yeah, but distance is a poultice, and time can heal most wounds. And if you didn't notice, I'm working on it too. These traps we set upon us, why I still feel blue. But I stop to smell the roses and fall in love like I still do. Well, reflections of the fairy lights shine on the bottle road. It's getting late, isn't it? I guess I ought to go. She didn't make a motion to encourage or object. I sat there in silence, longing to connect. Just one more, she whispered, then I'll head upstairs. Then she looked right at me and caught me unawares. Looked me in the eye, looked right through my soul, as the last call bell began to toll. All's well that ends. The simple truth for lovers and for friends. Now I may lie to you and say we'll meet again, but all's well that ends. All's well that ends. A simple truth for lovers, yeah, for lovers and for friends. Now I may lie to you and say we'll be together again, but all's well that ends. Thank you all very, very much. I'm going to hand you over to Joanna Katzen, who I've had the pleasure of performing alongside in the past as well, and I'm going to look forward to just sitting here and listening for a little bit.
Chris, really enjoyed your music. Actually, I'm really enjoying everyone's music tonight. My first two songs are songs that I actually wasn't going to do, but I had some requests to do them tonight, so that's what I'm doing. The first one is called Acacia Tree. And where I used to live before I came here, there was a huge tree in our front yard, and somebody said it was an acacia tree, so we called it the acacia tree after that. It would, no matter how much you would cut it back, it would always grow all the way down to the ground, creating this beautiful, huge canopy. And people used to come sit on hot days, they'd come sit underneath the acacia tree because there'd always be, for some reason, no matter what the weather was outside, there'd always be this lovely, cool breeze. I've lived many years by myself, thinking that's the way it should be. It's so much easier by myself, living like a woman that's free. You know there's no use looking back, chewing on the things that they did. No use talking about the place I've been, 'cause I'm going to the place I'm in. Well, I got me a husband and I got me twice, but things didn't work out right. Three's a charm, he said, we'll build a farm where we'll grow the love we're working on. Because there's no use looking back, chewing on the things that they did. No use talking about the place I've been, 'cause I'm going to the place I'm in. Cool breeze blowing me into the peaceful times, where we'll sit together in the shade of the sweet acacia tree. Where we'll sit together in the shade of the sweet acacia tree. Well, you had him a husband and he had a son, had his times traveling round, till he met his match and gave it up. Yeah, he set his feet firm on the ground. He said there's no use looking back, chewing on the things that they did. No use talking about the place he's been, 'cause he's going to the place I'm in. Cool breeze blowing me into the peaceful times, where we'll sit together in the shade of the sweet acacia tree. Where we'll sit together in the shade of the sweet acacia tree. Acacia tree. The next song it goes out to, I love to dedicate my songs to people who've been through certain experiences. And this one goes out to anybody who has ever known someone who is just a very cold personality. And they're just so cold that you're sure they're made of ice inside. This is called Icy Inside. 2, 3, 4. I was out at the airport just the other day. Saw this guy kiss his lady goodbye in such a tender way. Touched her face with his fingers like she was something brand new. And I thought to myself, why couldn't that be you? Now the TV is blaring, I can hear it in the hall. Turn my key in the door lock, find you there like urban sprawl. The heat is up to 95. I still shiver and hide, 'cause darling, you're so icy inside. Now I want me some babies and a dog, or maybe two. But honey, first we're gonna do some talking, and then we're gonna screw. Tonight's the situation, 'cause the way you make me feel, it just can't be denied. That, darling, you're so icy inside. Now ice sure is nice on a hot summer day, in my drink when we're out by the pool. So cool. In a burg or a rink, or maybe on some cake. But I can't find no icebreaker for you. Aw, baby, I don't mind that your last wife died in mysterious circumstance, or how last week you jumped out the neighbor's window and ran home without no pants. But when I get in from a hard day's work, sit down right up next to you. Don't you act like you're preoccupied. It's a kind of thing you cannot hide, and I ain't never gonna be satisfied, and it makes me wanna tan your hide. That, darling, you're so icy inside. You ain't never gonna thaw out, 'cause darling, you're just icy inside. Icy inside. The next two songs, they go out to my cousins, Tris, Terry, Lenny, Kip, and Cheryl, who recently lost a very dear sister. And these songs also go out to anybody who has ever lost someone they love. This first one's called I Wish You Could Have Stayed. I drank a bunch of coffee and it's really late, I know. I'm sorry to disturb you, but it's almost time to go. No, I didn't pack your suitcase. You won't need it when you're gone. In a short time you'll be underway. Before you leave, I just have to say I never wanted this, and I wish that you could stay. I wish that you could stay. Tucking in the sheets now on a dream that used to be. I remember how we argued and how sometimes we agreed, and I still sleep on the right side of a bed that's made for kings. And I live here with my memories of scars and strings and matching keys. And what what you said when we first kissed, and how I never wanted this, and how I wish you could have stayed. Oh, how I wish you could have stayed. This next one is called A Place Right Next to Me. A quiet cup of coffee warms my hands as the wind rustles taffeta among the autumn leaves. The green of the garden softly calms me, but your place is empty by my side. Now summer passed while I was somewhere else, but the fall of time is so sublime, it speaks out for itself. I sit in the garden that we built with our love, but your place stays empty by my side. And I don't know where we go from here, or just how long we've left the light to see. But wherever I will go, wherever I will be, I'll save for you a place right next to me. I don't know why fate chose to deal this hand. I only know so many things I'll never understand, but this time is ours, and the choice, it is so clear. It's for life and the living and the poet and the song. So take my hand and let me lead you on through the autumn and the winter, though I know they seem so long, till once again comes the spring and you will sit with me, and a quiet cup of coffee will warm our hands. With a quiet cup of coffee to warm our hands. And I don't know where we go from here, or just how long we've left the light to see. But wherever I will go, wherever I will be, I'll save for you a place right next to me. I will save for you a place right next to me. A place right next to me. This next song is for Mother Nature and for our beautiful planet. Actually, it's for all the people here. I always wonder what the very, very wealthy are thinking when they try to create rockets that will go into space and take them to other planets. I always wonder if when they're watching movies like Star Trek or Star Wars, if they think they're watching a documentary or something. And what are they planning on doing anyways? Freezing themselves and going to conquer Mars? So this song sort of speaks to that, but it also speaks to our current situation. It's called It Will Be Too Late. And like children in the forest, we've trampled down new paths without regard for the nuance of our mother's sacred dance. And when she writhes in burning pain, we gasp, we cry, and then we blame. But when there's no more clear water, it will be too late. Her hands are gnarled and withered, her vision slowly fades. She struggles now just to walk through this shambolic masquerade. And when she drowns in rising waves, what will be left for us to save? But when there's no more soil for planting, it will be too late. Now all you rich entitled, I'm calling out your names. Don't look for worlds to escape to in this hedonistic game. For when you're standing at the door and dream of claiming more and more, but when that dream will not appease you, it will be too late. Someone said once that there will always be war. I really hope that they're wrong. And before I sing the next song, I would like you to hold in your imagination, in your minds, the image of a military graveyard, one of those with all the rows of white headstones in an immaculate green lawn. This is called No More. head to head, toe to toe, hand to hand, row after row. A garden of teeth in buzz-cut green. Is this really what it seems? Bury the hatchet, bury your dreams, bury your soldiers, bury their screams. Water them with salty tears, forget the way they lost those years, crying no, no more, no more, crying no, no more, no more. See the newborn child who's left behind, you won't see them grow. See those half-empty beds full of wrung-out hearts in a cavern of lonely, don't know how to restart, crying no, no more, no more, screaming no, no more, no more. Mommies and daddies, children and friends, all caught up in wars for political trends. We keep on repeating the same mistakes, keep on repeating. How long will it take until there's no more war? Crying no, no more, no more, screaming no, no more, no more, crying no, no more, no more, pleading no, no more, no more. Head to head, toe to toe, hand to hand, row after row. I know this is a songwriter's showcase, but every song that was ever written was written by a songwriter. This next song is, it is very meaningful for me, and I think that it's one of those great songs that's meaningful for everybody, because we've all sort of felt this way at one time or another. This is called 1,000 Wild Horses, and it's written by Gary Burr. Oh, by the way, No More was a co-write with Sophie Marek, who lives in Spain. 1,000 Wild Horses, Gary Burr. Just when I thought the demons I fought were dead and gone, straight out of the blue, someone like you comes along. I don't have to turn and look over my shoulder, I'd already know from the start. It's 1,000 wild horses thundering behind me, hell-bent on running me down. Well, I thought I was fast, but the sins of my past are faster still. And I'm wasting my time trying to leave them behind, 'cause I never will. One drink too many, one kiss too deep, and I feel that old shake in the ground. It's 1,000 wild horses thundering behind me, hell on running me down. Each one is branded, each one is mine, each one's a darkness that I can't deny. I know they're coming, there's no place to hide. I'm gonna get run down, or I'm gonna ride. Right now they're just a big cloud of dust, but pretty soon I'll do something stupid like I tend to do, and I let them loose. If you're thinking that maybe you're the one who could save me, baby, this ain't no merry-go-round. It's 1,000 wild horses thundering behind me, hell-bent on running me down. I got 1,000 wild horses thundering behind me, hell-bent on running me down. 1,000 Wild Horses, written by Gary Burr. I advise you to look him up. This next song is played with no capo. This is called A New Life. I'd like to end on a happy note. It's one of my few love songs. Start again. When she sings, angels fly from her heart, and sadness from the depths of her soul echoes off the caves of unfulfilled love, forgotten dreams, impossible wants. When he dreams, those angels bring her to him, whispering he calls him in to his life. They are one, and he sews up the wounds, and they discard the blues. They don't need them no more. And she tells him, close your eyes, rest your head, and rock me away in your arms. Calm your soul, fill your heart. The dawn will bring a new life. He was one, all lonely, she was one lonely too. Together their love made them three, with a heartbeat they heard, and he holds back the tears, and they suffer the fears of thousands of years. She arrives, skin of velvet, eyes of deep water blue. Gently they gather her into their hearts, and they know that in her they'll live on, even long after they finish singing their song. And he tells her, close your eyes, rest your head, I'll rock you away in my arms, calm your soul, fill your heart. The dawn has brought a new life.
Beautiful, Joanna. And what a really beautiful show. I've really enjoyed listening to everybody. And because I didn't realize that at the beginning, for some reason, there was a problem with the sound on my mic, I will introduce the Loop backwards at the end. The Loop is a singer-songwriter monthly series. It started out long before the pandemic in person and pivoted to virtual during the pandemic. And we have the gift of being able to do it virtually because everyone performing here lives somewhere different, and yet we're all able to come together this way. So I want to give a big thanks, first of all, to Mark Hebert for being our technical person. Without him, this would be very hard to do. I certainly don't have those skills, so I greatly, greatly appreciate his skills and his care and his vision. So huge thanks to Mark for what he's done for all of us. And also huge thanks to Tom for a beautiful set, Chris for a beautiful set, and Joanna for a beautiful set. And it's really lovely to see that every singer-songwriter has their own unique style. So thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the show. And Rick Drost will host the February Loop. We alternate back and forth for different months. So have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. And thanks so much for spending some time with all of us.